DaVonte, I guess that look kind of says it all, but can you come take us through the emotions of what it was like when the shots went in and then when the final buzzer rang?
It sucks. It just sucks, man. Especially the way we played, the way the crowd turns out, it sucks. That's all I can really say right now, because it sucks.
DaVonte, were you happy with the final shot you guys forced?
Yeah. I mean, it was a contested 25-footer. It was just a really good shot. He had nothing but net. I couldn't have contested any more better without fouling him. So, yeah, he did his job. It's just better on.
Josh, this was a game where you guys really seemed to have the advantage on the boards down low. How did they react to that? They didn't put a lot of big guys on you. How did they guard you with the size that they used?
Well, Janardro had his first game back, and so we trying to take advantage of that. We thought he was going to be a little bit rusty down there. And then they used like Mike Anderson and other guys, and so when they were guarding me, we tried to expose those mismatches down in the paint. But I don't know, didn't work out really.
DaVonte, you guys held them to without a field goal for about 7 minutes in the first half, and then you guys left that zone. Do you think maybe you should have gone back to it a little bit more in the second half, tried it out again?
No. We rock with whatever Coach thinks is good, and if we don't feel like something's gonna work, then I'll tell him, or someone would say something. But I think at that stage of the game, I think we were doing a decent job. We could have did a better job, but they had shooters on the floor, and it was hard to go to, especially with Andrew playing the way he did. So, no, I stand behind Coach and his calls and what he decided to do.
DaVonte, were you happy with how you guys defended Williams-Goss as a whole today?
No, we lost. So I don't know his stats, but he still facilitated. His stats may not have been crazy, but he still facilitated the game. He dominated the game using his point guard ability. That's why he's one of the best point guards in the league, and he proved it.
Josh, without Upshaw, how different was their game? How different was their style of play from the first game?
Well, for us, we thought that we could expose the paint and drive a lot more because there wasn't the presence inside. And then rebounding was also another big thing. They pretty much only had Sean Kemp in there rebounding, but credit the wings for them. Mike Anderson crashing the boards a lot and really caused a lot of pressure for us to box out. So I think they did a good job with their lack of size.
You put pretty much every big man on their team in foul trouble. Did you feel like you guys were effective at executing that game plan down low?
Yeah, I think we took it right to him. We tried to attack Sean Kemp and get him out of the game early and to bring in their subs, and I think we did that. But I think we executed the offensive game plan. It was just more defense.
How much of the frustration comes from the way it ended versus it being a rivalry game?
I mean, any game where you lose like that on a buzzer beater hurts, but it's going to hurt especially a lot more when it's your rival. So.
Was there a sense though that you guys didn't lose this game, that you kind of had it won and they just won it back?
In the first half, we jumped out to a pretty big lead. I mean, I think we were up to 10 or something like that, and I don't think we did a good job of controlling that and really breaking down the wall and and taking control and pretty much just dominating the game from that point on. We let them get back in it, and then at the end there, it was a 3-point game. He had a 3, and then came back, and we scored in the tie game, and he had a dagger.
DaVonte, did you feel like in an emotional game like this, how big was the officiating?
I think the officiating was great. They called it both ways, pretty even. We're not going to make every shot, and they're not going to make every call. So you can't really say anything about the officials. They did a great job. They do the best every time. So I don't think. Obviously, it has its ways of momentum, but it's all part of basketball, and every team has to face it.
When you look back maybe earlier in the game, is there a point where you thought, well, maybe if we defended Andrews a little differently earlier on, he wouldn't have caught fire as much?
I don't know what game you're talking about, but he was on fire from the get-go. I think he came in. He's been on fire the last 4 games. Him and Tyrone Wallace are the only one putting up 18, 6, and I think 4 or something. So he's been on fire the whole last 4 games. So I don't think anything we did just enhanced him. He's just on a tear right now.
Q, did you have that last look there at half court?
I had it, but somebody from the team came up. They did a good job of defending it. I just missed it.
All right, one more question.
You guys talked about executing offensively. What are the positives you can take away from a game like this?
Well, everybody for the most part, everybody hit their shots. DaVonte did a good job of hitting shots. Ike attacking the rim.